Stop doing that.
I should.
Test.
Test.
Please, you have to talk into this little guy.
Oh,
You
like
have to
really
be close.
Kind of. Not
test.
test.
Oh, test.
I'm on test.
Yeah.
Testing.
Test.
1, 2,
Oh,
3. English accents. English accents, hot or not? 1, 2, 3.
Not.
Yeah, I don't like that. Wait, don't talk about that though, because that's one of the things.
Don't talk about that,
Oh, okay,
though.
good. That's way too loud.
We don't want to scare anyone.
Don't be fucking weird.
Her.
Don't be fucking weird.
Don't be fucking weird.
Don't be fucking weird. Hosted by the funniest two people I know.
Don't be fucking weird. Don't be fucking.
Don't be fucking weird with your host, Kale and Sydne.
Calm down.
Hi.
Hey.
He's ready.
Hi, I'm Sydney.
I'm Kale.
And today we have a guest, Mark.
Mark Vitozzi.
Yeah. Oh, the last
The first
name.
and the last name.
You got to talk in a little,
Oh,
or
yeah.
pull it a little
Get a
closer.
little closer.
Do you want my address too?
In your social,
security.
yeah.
Yeah,
And your
please.
credit card number.
Jinx.
Yeah.
Welcome to episode.
Episode
Wow.
13.
13 already. They
Yeah.
did so good.
Isn't
Lucky
that
number
crazy?
13.
Yeah.
It's actually episode 12. We just were mixed up.
I'm feeling Christ in this room right now.
I'm feeling the Father, the Son, and
And
the
the
Holy
Holy Spirit. So
God.
per our last episodes, we're kind of doing like a different sort of like format, I guess,
Structure
because
thing.
Sydney is going to be gone in Florida for a little bit,
How long
doing
are you
her
doing
thing.
June and maybe into July. And,
that?
yeah.
A lot of Florida time.
Yeah, so
lot
we
of
gotta
Florida
get
time.
we gotta get some episodes in, and this is going to be what are
Our
we
hot
calling
seat.
it? This is
we're
our
gonna
hot
call it our
seat.
hot seat, or it's basically we're interviewing
I gotta
somebody. And today we had took one for the team as our first hot seat guest.
A little bit pushed into a corner, but
Yeah.
tastefully. I just FaceTime Mark.
I'm not gonna answer
like
those
2 hours
anymore.
ago.
Only a couple of hours ago, and I was like, "Hey, what's
Hey,
up?"
Bat your lashes a few times.
What's up? I'm drinking a beer.
I was like, what are you doing later?" He's like, "Okay, I'm going to Long Island." I'm like, "Okay, what time? You got any time in between
Yeah.
to chat with us?"
I was really hoping it would just. I was like, oh hi.
How are you feeling, Mark?
Me.
Yeah.
I'm super nervous. This feels like some sort of weird first date.
Aw.
It kind of is.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
But it's like a poly date because
Yeah.
you're on a date with 2 people.
And the audience.
okay. Oh, and John's in there. That means I have one supporter.
Yeah, you have one familiar.
John's in the
My
room
fan
with us.
club. Yeah.
Is John in the room with
I
us
feel-
right
He
now?
always is. I have my fan club. And,
It's John in the room. That was funny.
I'm glad you like
I like that one.
it. Okay, well, Mark, how about you start off and tell us about your week?
my week was good. Work has been annoying. I was seeing a person. Sorry, excuse me. I was seeing a person and then am not anymore.
Woo!
So that's
Yay!
So you're single.
yeah. Well, yeah. So that's interesting. That's
Yeah.
a weird thing that happened. But basically, I'm gearing up. I'm going to Asbury Park with my sisters this weekend to just go drink a lot and go to the beach, which is fun. So I'm
Absolutely incredible.
yeah, super excited for that. But then it's mostly just been hanging out, smoking, and watching shows with my roommates. the
Riding
usual
on
stuff.
city bikes, getting
Yeah,
caked up.
right. Well, I'm always caked up every week. I'm caked up every week.
I'm caked up right now.
I got that thing. But no, yeah, I've been doing the city bikes. I really keep almost getting hit by cars. I'm wondering when that stops happening.
I know it doesn't because I was
Okay.
biking today. I almost got hit by
I'm
like
the
4
car.
cars.
Yeah, oh, you're the car? Well, that's the thing is I used to be super annoyed at city bikes and like talk shit and be like, I hate people that ride. And now I'm on a city bike and I'm like, hey man, I have like no
Hey,
protection.
I'm on a bike here.
Yeah,
Watch where
can
you're
you-
going.
Can you please not sideswipe me,
I'm
please?
saving the environment
Yeah.
one step at a time.
Yeah.
Can you just give me a break?
Yeah,
I have
real-
no protection here.
They squeezed me between a bus today and I was just like, I'm trying my best,
He's
please.
raw dogging on the city bike.
Yeah,
Yeah.
down
No protection.
Broadway.
That's how I like it.
I was like, they should fix these roads.
There's so many potholes.
Yeah, there's like a ton, but wherever the GPS tells me to go, I really have no other clue. So
When you call the mayor.
yeah, please. Who is it now? It's a
Fucking
new one.
Eric Adams.
Yeah, is
I'm
okay.
going- I'm
doesn't sound good.
No, it's not good.
Yeah, we don't like Eric Adams.
And
I'm
by the
coming
sounds
for
of
him.
it, you have no idea who he is.
I follow no current events. It's like
I
one of the
love
things
that.
I like the most is that I stopped doing it a long time. I mostly work, and then like after work, I like hang out.
Log the fuck off.
Yeah, completely. It's like if it's not a
Off the
event,
grid.
work event, I really don't know about it. Doesn't matter.
Mark, how do we know each other?
You and I?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, we met on Hinge, and then I went to your house and I bled all over you. And it was really intimate.
It was extremely intimate.
It was really nice.
It was really nice.
Well, no, I think it was really
I had-
sweet. I think like the
yeah.
moment itself was really
Yeah.
sweet. So that was fun.
We drank wine in my bed.
Yeah, it was really good.
You guys are like blood bonded.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally. I bled on Kale twice.
Twice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
twice.
the first date and the second
The
date.
first one was way worse than the second.
I don't believe that. I think the second one was a lot worse because it got in my hair.
Well, no. Okay, the second one was worse where it got on you. The first one was worse like quantity.
Where were you bleeding out of?
My nose.
That's a good, fair question.
I
to
know,
ask.
but
forgot.
if anyone was listening, I don't know if they would know where it was coming
I
from.
forgot
Did Kale
everybody wasn't
stab
there.
you?
Yeah. No, I during like the winter I get nosebleeds really easy.
I think it's because he was nervous.
Yeah, I'm surprised my nose isn't bleeding right now. But yeah, no, so I bled all over you and we drank a bunch of wine and that was really sweet and good. And then you came to my apartment and then we did the same thing. And then I think we tried to learn how to play chess.
Yeah, but that didn't really work out because we started listening to Fleet Foxes.
Okay, well, don't tell everybody that. This is embarrassing. They're really
Mark
good.
is an avid fan.
I'm
of
going to
Fleet-
see him in August.
And then I guess the rest is history with me and Mark. He friend zoned me.
I wouldn't say that.
What did you do?
I just was like, hey. I
After
think,
that intimacy, I got really
I
scared.
got you of this.
well, okay. I think so. We talked for a couple more days, all that, and then you were at work, and I was like, this is a good time to call.
This might be it was a Saturday. I think this might be a good time for me to have a phone call with her because it's really busy.
Yeah, I was like, oh, you're really busy at work. I really need to talk to you about.
I
something."
really need to hurt your feelings
Yeah,
right
well,
now.
I do this thing where it's like I think about something and I'm like, no, I don't know what to do. And then once I decide what to do, I'm like, okay,
And that's now.
It's gotta
is
happen now.
I'm like, hey, I don't know. It's okay if you're busy. I just decided that I need to do this.
Yeah.
So,
It's about me.
yeah, most things are.
Same. Yeah, me too.
So then I called and I was like, hey, Kale, I don't know where this is going to go and I'm not sure. So I
Still
think-
don't know.
Yeah, I'm classically not knowing things. So then I was like, all right, not going to work out. And then you asked me why. I didn't really have a reason. And then I was like, I'm going to tell you the reason later on at a later date. And then just
never talked to you.
That's the classic
I was
move.
I was like,
Really dodged a bullet there.
Got out of that one. Really bad at
Scot-free.
so bad at ending phone calls. I was like, yeah, I'll talk to you later.
You were like, yeah, I'm going to have a dinner with my roommates and then I'm going to call you later. And I was like, he's not calling me.
Thank God that you knew.
And then it was like I think it was like a month later, I ended up reaching out to Mark again on 2/22/22.
I know, at 222.
At 222.
We had a
was
master
it really
plan.
at the time?
Oh, yes, it was.
Oh my God, I have to pay more attention.
There
to
was
things.
magic in
I
the
did
air.
it too.
Yeah?
We did it 222.
And I
Yeah,
was like,
twos.
hey, what's going on? And then we were basically just like, okay, let's give
It worked for you.
being friends a shot. Yeah. And
Yeah.
so the rest is history.
Yeah, I was thinking about reaching out, but I was like, oh, that would be selfish to be like, oh no, we can't do this anymore, and then be like, but it was like really fun talking to you.
But hey, what's
But I
up?
really liked you, and I actually want to keep going to your job.
Okay, should I stop coming? That's why I
Should I
was.
stop coming?
He's
I was-
so scared of coming to my job. He thinks
No,
he's
I
like
just-
imposing.
Well, I just don't want to like. It's like how many times? You're on my walk, like you're on my route now. My walks are just getting longer and longer. So
He's throwing pebbles at the balcony.
Speaking of
Yeah.
jobs, what do you do for work?
I'm a Disney. Oh, fuck. I'm Disney.
I'm a Disney adult.
Yeah, I'm a Disney. You know, that's like my go-to joke. So I'm like, oh, I'm a software engineer for Disney streaming, but I swear I'm not a Disney adult. And as I say
Ha-ha.
it, I'm like, I fucking hate myself.
Why do I say this
Go-to.
every
Yeah, it's
time?
just like I don't know. I was with somebody the other day, like my friend. You guys are both drinking water. Too. Yeah. My friend like introduced me to his girlfriend and some of their friends, and it was like 3 a.m, like the one time I was up until 3 a.m, and I was just blackout drunk, and they were like,
In Manhattan.
they were like, "Do you love going to Disney?" And I was like, "No, I gotta get the fuck out of here."
Yeah, let's abort this conversation
Yeah, I was
right
like,
now.
they were all asking me about work, and then I was like, I got to use the bathroom, and then I just turned to my friend, and I was like, I'm getting the
Gotta
fuck
go.
out of here. Yeah, I
I gotta
can't do it.
run.
Yeah, I was like, I'm really way too drunk to make this small talk, and
So,
it's also 3.
so you're a character. You dress up as a character at Disney.
Yeah, I'm Mickey Mouse. I'm the
Yeah,
most important
you
one.
sound like Mickey Mouse.
I sound like. All right, that was rude.
How old are you?
I'm 20, I'm 25 now. How old are you, Sydney?
I'm 27.
27. Kale.
I'm 26.
26.
When's your birthday?
August 6th.
You are a...
Leo.
Aha!
Oh, it's 2 Leos. We got 2 fucking Leos.
Yeah, it's all
Two
about this,
Leos in the room together.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
god.
Which one of us is going to make it out alive?
Not me.
Me usually.
Me.
No, I think me.
My kicks
And
are
what
lethal.
neighborhood do you live in?
Right now, Bushwick.
You live in New York.
Yeah.
How long have you lived in New York?
And then you were just firing.
How long have you?
Now, how long have you lived
And
in New
how
York?
long have you been here?
So I'm from Long Island, which sucks. And then I was in Rochester. I was in Rochester. The people on Long Island are such ass.
Yeah.
we
we
love
know.
them.
We love to hate them.
Yeah, well, no, yeah, they all suck. Long Island
Glad we
itself,
caught one.
beautiful and good. The people there suck like tremendously. And then I was in Rochester for like 6 years, and then I came back, and now I'm in Bushwick.
Amazing.
I think for like 8 or 10 months, or I don't, some 8 months.
You've been here for 8 months?
Yeah, Bushwick. I've been here 8 months. I live with 3 dudes, who like I've kind of known for a while. One of them at least, and then yeah, one of them I get along with really well. 2 of them I get along with really well, and the third guy hates me.
What do you do that he hates?
I talk a lot, and I it's
He
like a
gets
lot.
pussy.
Yeah.
He's jealous. So he's jealous.
jealous.
Okay. I wouldn't say that. I've explained the situation to people. I don't know. He doesn't like that I monopolize conversations. He thinks I have these like relationships with my roommates, and that he feels left out. He did this whole thing. He's gonna hear this.
Good. His jealous ass needs to. Maybe
Yeah.
he needs to reevaluate
He needs to
himself.
wake up.
He did this thing where he like originally him and I talked about this part a little bit. He didn't like want me to ask him where he was going or like about his life when we first moved in. He was like, I value my independence. Like, so one of my roommates would ask him like, hey, where are you going? And he would just stare at him and then close the door. I was like, oh, awesome. I've lived with dudes like that before. If you just want to live together and like we live together,
And then not talk to each other,
yeah,
then that's
I'm
fine.
like, that's cool. We could coexist. Doesn't matter. The bumper
That's kind of
sticker.
what I prefer.
Yeah, honestly, it's not bad. But then, like, he started being like, I feel like you guys are forgetting about me. Nobody even cares about me. I'm like, well, yeah,
Aw,
like,
he's crying
you-
wolf.
yeah, you
yeah,
didn't
I'm
want
like,
us to.
yeah, I'm like, what am I supposed to ask you about? And also, you apparently hate talking to me. I don't like.
Yeah, but you're always hearing it through someone else.
Yeah, and he's
because
never
he does
brought-
not want to like
Oh, he's a
have
pussy.
He's never.
conversation with
It's
you.
he brings it up to the other roommates, and then they tell me about it, and then they're like, you should really reach out to him. And I'm like, it's not my job to do that because this really isn't affecting me a lot. I'm mostly partying, so I like. I'm like
I'm
having
too
a-
busy, bitch.
I'm
I'm
really
too
having.
busy shotgunning.
I'm having a fucking good time.
Yeah.
I'm pretty good at shotgun.
Yeah, we
We-
know.
we-
You are the
Sydney-
most impressive shotgun I've ever seen.
You know,
and I've
it-
seen a lot of shotgunning.
Yeah, it's always weird when like a guy at a bar beats me, and then like my friends act like I'm like not their friend anymore. They're
They're
what the?
disappointed.
Yeah,
I'm
they're
not mad. I'm just disappointed.
What
Yeah.
the fuck? I'm like,
Like you let our family
Why did that
down.
just happen?
yeah. I'm like, okay, guys, I'll let me warm up a little bit.
Yeah.
I'll find the guy in the
Sorry.
bar.
We'll try
later.
again.
Okay, wait, more questions. Give me more.
It
Okay,
was an
what's your
accident.
favorite food?
Oh fuck, this sucks. My favorite. Yeah, this really is ass.
He has an avocado toast every morning.
Oh, that's what I had today.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I've had it every morning for the last a year now.
You're like my grandpa.
Slightly neurotic.
Whoa! I wouldn't say that. It's easy.
It's
and-
habit.
Yeah, it's things.
Creature of habit.
Structure is good.
Yes, it is.
If you don't
We
have,
can't say it enough.
Yeah, if you don't have structure, you just
have
like
nothing.
yeah, you drink whiskey and you smoke cigarettes all the time, and you
hey.
fail out of school.
Oh no,
Yeah.
not the Newports.
Oh my god, I love a Newport.
Okay, so what is your favorite food?
I
Give me a sec.
I would think let's say ramen right now, but like not like the make it home ramen, like eating it out or like
Yeah.
making a good one. Yeah, okay. We weren't happy with that response, man.
No, that's a good.
What do you guys want me to say?
No,
That's a
that
good
was
one.
good.
All right, okay.
No, we love that one.
Yeah, it's
What's
like-
one of your favorite restaurants in New York City right now?
12 chairs, but not the one in Williamsburg, the one in like Soho. I went to the one in Soho during Hanukkah by accident. They were
Yes.
like, they were like, have some desserts. You want some wine? You want to drink some wine? And I was like, yeah, I'd love to. I'd love to drink some wine. And
Pour me another glass.
yeah, I was like, as much as you have, actually.
All of it.
Yeah.
Keep them coming.
I have an issue. Yeah.
Let me shotgun
I
it.
have a stomach ulcer.
Yeah,
Keep them
yeah.
coming.
Oh my God, the ulcer's gone.
Okay, ulcers in Long. Okay, why does every person from Long Island have an ulcer?
Because we're really stressed out and we drink too much coffee. I don't actually know. Does everyone? Do you know multiple people?
Yes,
with
I
them?
know multiple people from
I'm
Long
not sure.
Island who have had ulcers.
Oh yeah, no. Maybe it's like a
Is that-
stressful thing. Maybe it's like maybe our parents never like taught us to deal with stress.
They
Maybe
do some
it's
kind. Yeah,
childhood
they-
trauma
Yeah, it's
from our
all
parents.
child-
Something
yeah.
happens in Long Island. We talked about this before in one of like our first episodes that there's something in the water with Long Island people.
Yeah.
Really and
What do you
truly.
think about them?
We
Well,
love
we
them,
love 'em.
but
I'm
we,
sure, like,
but
I'm-
they're assholes or something.
I'm
Yeah.
sure I could watch the first episode and catch up
Watch
on
it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or
I don't know if it was
listen-
the
listen.
first one. It was one of the early ones, but we were like, it's something about Long Island people. We were
Yeah,
like,
I don't
the
know what it is. Like, I think there's just like this energy or this aura that just like permeates off of Long Island people, and you can
They're
just kind of
hot.
tell. You can kind
Yeah.
of just tell, like, you're from fucking Long Island because, like, I don't know, I'm attracted to you.
There's a guy in Rochester. I was drinking with him one time, and he was like, "Oh yeah, a fucking like I don't." He knew I was from Long Island, but him and I are buddies, so he doesn't care. But I was like,
He doesn't care.
yeah. He said, "Oh, Long Island people think they're the shit for no reason at all. They just walk around like that."
They
And
do.
they were like,
But then it makes people believe it.
he was like, they have nothing to offer. And I was like, all right, okay.
Oh, right. Oh, hey,
I was
hey,
like,
whoa,
hey,
whoa.
hey,
You're like,
whoa, whoa.
okay.
I got
Give me a
that
second.
dang on me.
I do have to ask you something. Can you please define for me, Sydney, and the people listening,
And John.
and John, what does Strong Island mean?
Oh, it's just Strong Island. I don't like.
What is
Okay.
it?
What
It's
is
just
it?
like you say it, and then like you sometimes like it's met with like a flex, like I don't-
Yeah.
and then it's just like we're from Long Island, Strong Island, and then you sometimes Strong Island, baby. I said that
It's
one
like a
time.
pride thing. Like you're proud of it.
Yeah, Strong Island.
Yeah.
We're
Like,
strong.
like everyone's strong there because
Hey.
something happened?
Hey, everyone.
You guys built it yourself.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
the
yeah.
hell happened
Yeah.
there?
Physically, the people on Long Island are stronger. No, what do you think about that one? No, oh, this is awful.
My nose is bleeding.
Yeah. Strong Island people are mostly, at least my personal friends, except for one guy, are all like just on steroids and in the gym all the time. It's Strong Island is.
I know one.
It's similar.
I know one of your friends.
Which one? Oh yeah. Well, don't know.
No.
Exit.
Yeah.
Mark that out.
Yeah. No, but yeah, it's almost sort of like the kind of like California. Like I only know about this from my one friend, but like everyone is like in the gym all the time because they're at the beach all the time, so they want to like keep up appearances.
Yeah.
And it's like a fraction of that on Long Island, except like obviously our beach season is long, but it's like everyone's constantly
not
like.
as long.
One of the guys I work with,
Obviously.
as you know, I don't know if you know how weather and geography work.
In Long Island.
You're like
from
little
Lo-
girl.
I'm from Long Island. Let me tell you, I think it's.
Let me Long Island
Yeah.
Let me
explain
teach
to
you
you.
about
Yeah, but there's a single guy I work with from Long Island, and immediately we hit it off. And they were like, "Oh, people are like, how?" I'm like, "He's a Long Island dude."
No, we get that from Florida. Like,
Yeah.
you meet anyone from Florida, you're like, oh, you're from Florida? Like, you fucking get it.
That's how I was a Tanner when
Yeah.
I met him. I was like, why didn't
Oh,
I know?
shit.
That's a personality trait.
Yeah, it really is. I always tell people it comes out when I'm drunk. The Florida and the Long Island, I'm sure, come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They work well together though.
Yeah, I
they,
think
they
Fl-
complement each other.
Florida, Jersey, Long Island people all like
Yeah.
get
They
along.
all love
Yeah, yeah.
to love
We're
each
all
other.
one.
Yeah, it's like really cool.
The Father, the Son, and the
No.
Holy Spirit.
Yeah,
New Jersey, Long Island, and Florida.
it's like the best the East Coast has to offer, and then like
The whole U.S. I would almost
yeah,
say.
I would think so as well.
Arguably.
Yeah.
I would think so as well.
Mark,
don't
I
know.
want to move into the next question for you.
Okay, you got it.
I'm going to ask you, have you ever been catfished before?
Catfished. So like not so drastically. Like catfish just like they look completely different, right?
Yes.
No, I've never been like it's never been like so far off.
Yeah.
I've always been like, okay, like you take very good pictures where I can see where
you got that angle.
Like yeah,
where you
yeah.
pulled
Like
that from.
if I stood up on a chair and like the lighting was correct. But no, I've never been like shown up and like, oh, you're completely different.
Who are you?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
it is always like everyone's always a little different than I think they're gonna look every single time.
Yeah, I mean, pictures are.
I think
Deceiving.
I do an okay job with my did I do an okay job with my profile?
I think you did, but your pictures were relatively old from what I remember.
Yeah, I gotta
You in the
put
big
one.
denim jacket.
That's new.
That is. Why did
denim
you look
jacket,
so mad at me when I said that?
Because you're lying.
I don't think that I'm lying because you look much different in that picture than how you do now. And then you had like the skipping rocks picture.
Also, like not that old. I mean, I don't think I had a mustache in that at the
No.
time. Mustache is new
time.
last July. Mustache.
No, I think you do a pretty good job. I think it was like pretty realistic for how you actually look.
The one thing I like about my profile is not all the pictures on there are like the best pictures I have of me, but like I think that if you look at the pictures, you get a good grasp of who I am.
Yeah,
Have
that's
you-
how I try to make mine too.
Yeah.
Have you had a profile for a long time?
Oh yeah.
Even while you were seeing that person? Wop wop.
I know you know the answer to that.
But we have to ask it because other people don't know.
Yeah, I get it. So
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I get it. I get
I
it.
understand.
I did still have it active, so it was active. But it was mostly like I just kept it on. And then, like-
Networking.
yeah, well, no, not networking, but
For Disney.
yeah. I'm trying to get everybody to subscribe. Disney Plus, the bundle.
He can install your AC. That's what he has to offer. He's like,
You know-
I need AC.
You need
I don't have AC.
installation or the whole thing.
the whole
whole
kit and
thing.
caboodle.
The last time I did the whole thing, I had a spare one on me, so
He kept that thing on him.
I do.
Blue
The-
collar.
The thing is multiple ACs. I love a cold room. Totally avoiding the freeze.
Yeah, I know.
And that's
You're like,
okay.
if I can keep going on this
Yeah, I'm like
tangent.
AC.
I can
Oh,
just
did
do
she
like-
say AC?
Did she say a room feeling so cold is
Yeah.
delicious?
Yeah,
that
it is really good.
That I could help out with? Absolutely.
I
So
like.
do you go on a lot of dates?
I did for a while. I haven't went on a date in a long time now.
How many like on average? How did you like plan your dates out?
That's the thing. I really didn't do most of the planning. Most of the dates that I went on, I had little to do with the planning.
Yeah.
It was
You're
always
the
like,
like,
Give
person
me a
that you were
time.
just seeing?
yeah. What? No.
Oh, just
no.
in
This
general?
is before.
General.
This is before.
Yeah,
before them.
Yes, I'm caught up now.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Before them, I think even Kale, like when you were like, "Hey, do you want to like come over tonight and just like hang out?" At my
Yeah, I
apartment?"
remember
I had only been texting him for like maybe 3 hours.
It was like raining.
No,
or
it was like
something,
2
right?
days. No, it was. Well, I know. I don't. It wasn't raining.
Everybody's got their stories.
Well, no, because
I know. I'm just guessing.
I remember because I was talking to you when I was in Rochester with Ryan because I gave him beans from and then it turned out you work and I was like, oh, I can't say any. Should I not say it where you work?
I'll bleep
fine.
it.
Yeah.
Okay, all right,
fine.
okay, yeah. Do you want me to say your address or?
Yeah, tell people. Well, they already know I live on Knickerbocker, so
Oh,
that's
okay,
fine.
okay.
Knickerbocker's one block, so they
Yeah,
can find you.
Yeah.
It's fine. They'll see me walking.
No, but you and I were only talking for like a day or two, and then we had like an actual date planned. Like we were gonna go get drinks.
Yeah.
And then you bailed on that,
Yeah.
and you were like,
Hell
"Hey-"
yeah.
Yeah, and then
Hell
you were,
yeah,
my girl.
Kale.
you were like, you know what would be way better? Because you were like, I just want to stay at home and like relax.
Because I opened the next morning.
Yeah,
that was it.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, yeah, no doubt. And then you were like, you want to just come over and drink wine? I was like, yeah, I'd like to do that. That was and then I
And
ended
I
up,
told him to wear comfy clothes, and he came over in like a button-up
Snuggie.
shirt and like slacks and
yeah.
shit. And
I
I was
came
like,
over in the outfit I'm wearing, basically.
I would do that too. I
Yeah,
don't-
like what do you mean comfy clothes?
Yo, basically,
You giving
I
a
was
dress code on a
I was.
going to Nobu?
I'm very specific. I
Yeah.
like to say what I want. I just say whatever I want to say.
I'm comfy in this. I thought it was going to work out fine. It did, obviously. But there was a time, it really fluctuated by the week of like, I mean, how many people I was talking to and stuff like that. But like there was one week where I went on like 5 dates. And I was
Yeah.
just
That
like,
sounds exhausting.
it was exhausting.
I do that sometimes.
And I was telling because I also like keep my sisters kind of up to date. And they were like, my one sister, Cassie, was like, oh my God, you're doing this for like without any like uppers or like any drugs of that
Any
kind.
upper-
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck.
Cassie needs to know.
Yeah, she was like, well, no, she knows me, and I just drink for the most part,
Yeah.
and then so she was like, wow, like I don't know how you do this. I was like, you just rise and grind, and that's it.
Yeah,
It's
it's like an
Strong
adrenaline
Island.
thing. When there's
Yeah.
enough lined up, you're like, just got to keep riding this.
Well,
wave.
then eventually I just started canceling and being like, I
Yeah.
can't do this anymore. I'm sorry, and I
Burn
just like
out.
it also is weird at that point because I don't care about any. I was going around telling the same 4 stories.
Yes.
Yes.
And everyone was like, "Oh my God, you're so funny." I'm like, "Yeah, everyone this week has thought those are funny. I got this. Like, I have to go. I have to go
No,
reevaluate."
it's too much.
what
Or
I'm
you
doing."
start like saying the same thing over and over
Yeah.
again. You're like, I just am annoying myself at this point.
Yeah, I would go home to my roommates and they were like, "How's the date?" I was like, "I told the same 4 stories I always tell." Like, oh,
it's like a script at that point.
yeah. I was like, yeah. I was like, I had a good first date script. That's why I liked when we hung out because I barely talked when we hung out.
I went.
Yeah. You
I wouldn't shut up.
at some point you were like, okay, you give me something back.
Yeah.
And I was like,
That's usually how I am. I'm like, let's just put everything out on the table. Let's, let me talk about misconnections. Let me talk about zines. Let me talk about art. Let me talk about wine. And then he was like, yeah.
Yeah, well, it was
Yeah.
it was
Keep
really
going.
nice. I was like, I really enjoyed hearing you talk and the things you were interested in, and I also liked that I was like, oh, these things are interesting. This is cool.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, it went great. But but then I think the weird part about that was later on when we had been talking for a while, like even like at this point we're just friends. I like told you something about myself later on. Later, the whole thing. So at this point,
That was
Not
good.
the pause. My face got so hot.
I didn't mean that.
You didn't mean it.
But
I'm gonna talk to you about that later.
yeah.
At Rebecca's, god damn it. I'm
Outside.
sitting inside. I'm like, Mom and Dad are outside.
Oh my God, yeah,
having an
John, you and
argument.
John were sitting separately too.
I said, go hang out by John. She said, no.
I said the same thing to John. I was like, go hang out with Sydney. He was like, I'm gonna sit over here.
I don't know what happened. Nothing happened with him and I. We're both just like, we're feeling independent.
Yeah.
Okay, well, any fucking way. On any of these dates or just like people dating you in general or you dating other people, have you ever experienced like icks or red flags?
Oh yeah, a bunch actually.
Let's talk about them.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's hear
Let's,
it.
let's fucking hear them.
I got the list. Wait,
Pull it up.
It's the
It's-
only thing we prepped Mark for. We told him we're gonna
Yeah.
ask for his red flags and his icks.
So I actually like it's because there's a bunch of things where it's like if somebody does one of these things, I'm just like obviously I think you can overcome some stuff. If I like everything about you,
Yeah,
Okay.
and it also depends on the person sometimes. Like,
Yeah.
sometimes someone just like one thing piss you off, and then they do like an ick. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
It's
hell.
too.
Yeah.
It's
You're
too much,
gone.
but
You-
you can redeem yourself at some point. I do think.
and some of
Maybe
these,
not.
Maybe not.
yeah, wait, I'm dying. And some of these, like some people can do, like if it's done in the correct way. For the first one is like what I specifically. If you do an English accent, I'm like
Like a fake one?
Yeah, like immediately. I was watching a movie with somebody, and she just
hell no.
wouldn't stop doing an English
Oh,
accent,
God.
and I was like,
What movie?
Oh,
Oliver Twist. Why was
Harry Potter?
no, it was some movie, and then one of the characters was English, and then at first she just started repeating everything the character was saying.
during the movie?
Yeah, during the
Oh,
movie.
no.
And then eventually just got off on her own tangents of like really having fun with herself doing the English accent. And I was like, damn, this is crazy.
is-
Damn, so
ick.
no head?
Yeah.
So no head.
The next
She's
part,
like, sorry, Governor.
Sorry about that. Just get on a tangent.
see, but like that one wasn't bad. I
That's
think
how we
like-
should have graded you.
yeah, that one was.
I don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
Push it.
The next one is, so this is actually kind of the same person singing.
She just really was not.
Sounds like a Disney character.
She was like, singing, but like really trying.
Yes,
so
we
like,
that
talked
was one
about
of our
that.
hotter knots.
what'd you say for it?
Not.
Oh,
I said not.
I said hot.
We had a hot. No, if you.
Can you give us an example?
So it was 7 a.m. and I go on a walk. Obviously, most mornings.
Obviously, no one knows
Yeah,
that.
I go on.
Obviously.
A bunch of walks in the mornings.
Love a walker.
7 a.m. and she started just like singing Christmas music.
Oh,
like,
hell
Did
no.
she spend the night after the English accent?
I was going to say, so you still hit,
Oh,
you still let her
hell
hit.
No.
Don't talk to me anymore.
Did she use the English accent while
like,
you guys were having
Wait,
sex?
bruv, that feels quite nice.
She said, good morning.
Jolly good time or whatever.
Well,
I'm
a
not
bloody
doing it.
great night.
You can see it from the front. Wait till you see it from the back.
That would have been cool if she did that. If she did that, I would have been like, "Oh, all right, awesome." No, but singing, 7 a.m. and then she was singing. I hadn't had coffee yet. And I was
What
like,
was she
Was it
singing?
Christmas
It was,
time?
yeah, no, I forget. It must have been.
No, I
it
don't
was like
think it
right
was.
after it, maybe. I don't know. I don't know what the
that's even
timeline is,
worse.
but yeah. So I can't stand that. If you're like really
She
good,
was
at,
trying.
yeah. If you sing and you're just like like singing to yourself, doesn't matter. But if you're like doing the whole thing and then like
Yeah, it's making a scene.
if you're like glancing over me at me,
See,
waiting
that's
for
what I
me to
said.
be like, "Oh, you're so
That's
good at
what I said.
singing."
That's exactly what Sydney
That's
said.
why I said it's not hot
Like
because
checking to see if
yeah,
Yeah, like are you
Or
Are
if
you
someone,
listening?
Yeah.
if someone's in the car and they're like singing really loud over the song, and then you see them like give a side eye to like they're like waiting for a compliment. Like,
Yeah.
wow, I didn't know
I
you
think
could
it's
sing
kind of
like
funny,
that.
so that's why I said hot.
But like I'll sing like sometimes,
Right.
especially like when I'm like by myself maybe.
Or even like along to a song.
But it's like I know that I suck, and it's like I'm just
Yeah.
like, all right, like whatever. I'm just like basically at this point
You don't care that
talking the
much.
song. I'm
Yeah.
like that's it. I'm not like
Trying.
I'm not like yeah, I'm really good at singing.
You can
but
see
like,
it in their eyes.
Yeah.
When they start doing it, you can tell they're about
They're
to start
going.
doing it.
They're
Yeah.
rap mode.
That's
with
it.
that
It's
one.
funny with friends.
Yeah, it's just like I'm like
What's your
Yeah.
next one?
okay, so this one I went on another date and this girl did something. Now it's a different girl at this point. It's not all one girl. Anytime if a girl is like, "Oh, you're a real man" for whatever reason.
Oh,
And I told a girl.
why
one-
would someone say that?
Oh my god, it happens all like
Wait,
not
give
all
me an
the time.
example.
So I told one girl that I got a decent amount of my clothes dry cleaned. I'm like anything with a collar. I don't feel like ironing. I just take the dry cleaner. I also stain my clothes like a lot. I'm like a
Yeah.
child in that way. So and she was like, "Oh, she said I was like a real man. She was like, "Yeah, that's like a real man. Like that's what a real man does." And then followed up with and then compared me directly to her ex-boyfriend. And I was like,
She was like, "Let's get the gender roles out
yeah.
right now."
And then the second time was a date I had more recently, like obviously, like not recent, but like a decent bit ago. I'm just to clarify, if I can make that as vague as possible. We were at a bar and it was turned out to be cash only. What are you laughing at? We were at a bar, it turned out to be cash only. So they were like, "Oh, it's only cash." And then I had like $30 worth of cash on me. And she was like, "Oh, you carry cash on you? That's like what a real man does." And then 20 minutes later, she was in the middle of a sentence. And I was like, "How did you get here?" And she was like, I subwayed. I was like, "Do you want me to get you an Uber home?" She was like, "No." I'm like, "Okay, cool. I gotta go." And then I
I
left.
have to dip.
Yeah, I was like, "If you Venmo request for whatever the Uber is."
Yeah.
And then so then I left, and then I went and hung out with
Because
my
of the
roommates.
real man comment.
It was that, and I also watch anime, and she was like, "Don't tell me you're one of those guys that watches anime." And I was like, "I gotta
Hey,
hit the brakes."
senpai.
Yeah, whoa, I'm not one of those.
Whoa!
Yeah. No, but once she was like, "Don't tell me you're one of those." I was like, "Yeah, you're not gonna like me."
He's a weeb.
Yeah, all right. I'm down to like one show. Wait, okay, I'll rush through the rest.
No, you don't have to rush. Take your time.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
take
speed.
yours.
I'm going through the rest so fast.
Why are you in a rush?
Where are you going?
Back to Long Island, actually. So this one is like sort of a personal thing, and I know that it's like a lot of people like them. Bucket hats. I can't.
Oh no.
No. But wait, let me explain. Let me explain. Let me show my side.
Yeah, it's okay.
I feel like you just told me. I feel like you're the girl that just said you don't like anime. To me.
No. Oh, because you're a bucket hatter?
Yeah, she's
No,
a bucket hatter.
But the thing is I was seeing one girl kind of, and not really, but and like she would wear a bucket hat, and it was like all she would talk about. And,
Oh
like,
no!
she
I
made
know
it
what
a
you mean.
personality trait.
yeah, and I was like, okay, you could wear
Okay,
like
no,
because I know
no.
people that wear bucket hats. I'm like, cool, but it's like almost like the singing thing where like don't put
No,
a
it
bucket
is.
hat
There's a
on
way that
and then
people
be
do
like,
it.
oh,
Do you
like,
see my bucket hat?
I don't know if you saw, but
No, I've talked to
Hey,
Erica
did you
about
see my
this.
bucket hat?
Yeah.
People they make it a personality trait.
Yeah,
I just
so-
wear it when I look like shit and I'm like going to the park.
I honestly, I don't like. 'cause
I don't wear
I know
them.
people that wear it. That's like why I wanted to explain because it's not all the time.
but no, I know exactly what you mean.
If you show up and you're like, I'm wearing the bucket hat,
or like,
I'm
do you see my hat? Or
Yeah.
like they like I don't know.
I do
I'm
have
like-
to say, bucket hats remind me of like Bonnaroo or like a
There's a
EDM.
way you can. I think there's a way you can do it.
Long, Long Island bucket hats are like my sisters wear bucket hats. Like Long Island.
I
is
wear them
big
to the
from-
beach.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I wear like
exactly.
a denim
Like,
one to the beach.
I get it.
Sorry.
I get bucket hats, but if it's I got the bucket hat on today.
I agree with that.
Yeah, don't talk to
Just
me.
leave.
Shut the fuck up.
Just
Just
leave me alone.
talking about your bucket hat.
The next two kind of go together. Clapping at movie theaters.
Oh god,
if
that's
you-
like the plane landing.
Yeah. If you clap for any event where the people can't hear you, yeah, stop talking to me right now. My roommates all do that. When they do it, I'm like, yeah, I gotta get out of here. And it kind of like flows
Request
into
me for the Uber.
the, yeah. Yeah. And it kind of slides into the next one of being really into Marvel movies.
Yes.
We
Yeah,
talked
yeah.
about that yesterday too.
Yeah.
Oh
It-
my
it's-
god.
Oh my god.
Hot or not? Not.
No,
Not.
I can't. It's got to be. And listen, I have a lot of friends that are really
Me too.
super into Marvel movies. But it's like Hinge. If I see Marvel movies mentioned on the profile,
Oh, no.
I'm like out.
Next.
Sorry, I got
Me too.
pineapple.
Next.
If you mention
Pineapple on pizza,
yeah,
spicy
out.
marks for
Yeah,
the table.
Yeah, can't do
No.
it.
The Office. I'm
like,
looking
you're
for
a
the
bot.
gym to my
yeah,
Pam.
Yeah. That's
The
Y'all
best
are-
way to ask
yeah.
me out is just to ask me.
These are fucking lizard people doing
yeah.
that.
It's like
I
I'm
don't
like
trust
you
it.
got. But most people from Long Island are that way. There's this whole. That's
They
like
are.
why I moved.
You gotta pick them out.
That's why I moved to the city. Not the only reason, but
That's the only reason.
because I was
Hinge
on
is
Hinge.
better.
Yeah. No, but it's like every profile was the same of like Marvel movies. Oh, like blah blah blah, like all that. Like, and I was like,
hiking, going to the beach.
well, no,
That's
those are-
okay. Yeah, what the-
fucking.
what the hell? It's like on every profile.
We're still
They like to
human.
go
Hey,
outside.
hey,
We
don't
like
gang
to
up
be
on me.
outside.
Yeah.
Don't gang up on me.
Sydney's the demon. Sorry.
I'm just tired of hearing about hiking.
I like
Okay,
it.
sorry. I like. all
Sorry,
right.
why are you apologizing to me? Take me to a waterfall.
Okay, there's like a bunch. I can't now. Yeah, New York's like full. There's no reason to leave New York, is what I firmly believe.
Oh, I'm leaving.
Oh,
Oh, well, you're going to Florida.
Yeah.
Your
I gotta-
parents are there?
Yeah,
Is that why you're going?
pretty much.
You
I just
love
need
them?
to like chill for. Yeah,
now he's interviewing
Yeah.
you.
I know. He said, "Let me flip the switch."
Yeah. Okay, but those are all my icks.
Those are your icks. So it
I-
sounds like you've had a few bad dates. What's the worst date you've been on ever?
Oh, it was back in like high school, or like right when I graduated high school. Okay, like is it okay if I go that far
Yeah,
back? I'm
yeah.
not
Oh,
that,
let's
like, a
go
If
frat.
it's
back.
that memorable, we want to hear.
Yeah. So I was seeing this. Oh, this is a girl who looked way different than I thought she
Okay,
did.
so you actually were catfished.
Yeah, and I was just like, okay, not attracted to her once I saw her. I was like, okay, whatever. But I like still like wanted to, I was like, all right, we already planned the date. Let's go on the date.
Uh-huh.
So we go on the date, and
A
then
true gentleman.
Yeah.
Oh no, not for the
What a
second
man.
half. No,
That's a
yeah.
real man
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. And I had cash on me, and all my clothes were clean. No, so we go through, and I'm just having like an awful time. I'm like really like I wasn't in a good mood in the first place. I kind of went on this date to get my mind off of some stuff, and I was like, okay, this sucks.
You're going through a lot in high school.
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. Big high school mark times, dark. The math team was really stressing me out. So then like halfway through, I'm just like not having a good time with her. Once
Just straight up not having a good time.
yeah, I'm just like it's one of those things where I can only do something I don't like for so long.
Me too.
Till eventually I'm just like I like stand up. I'm like, hey, I
think
have
that's
to
fair.
I have to go now. Like I like
That's how. I do.
This
the
is
same
a
thing.
pattern with you.
yeah. I don't know if you
I
can
have to
tell.
talk about it now, and I have to leave now.
The way, okay,
Impulse.
I have like a not good way of describing it, but this situation has happened to me a bunch of times, and like I've stopped sleeping. Like I've been in the middle of sleeping with somebody and then stopped
Me
and been
last
like,
night.
I can't do this anymore.
You mean like actively sleeping,
Like,
or
yeah,
like
like-
having
Like having
sex?
sex
I've been
with
in the middle of
someone?
having sex with some. Sorry, I cut that out. I've been in the middle of having sex with somebody that I didn't like want to have sex with, but it was just like this weird situation. So I was like, all right, whatever. And then yeah, well, I'll tell you that one later. And then just like halfway through, I just pulled out and I was like, I can't do this anymore. And then I like went.
That'll
and-
make him feel good.
Yeah, and then I went into the bathroom and just like looked at myself for a while and I
You
came
go,
back.
what are you doing,
Yeah,
man?
I literally was like, how did this happen? And then so I came back and she was just like fully clothed and I was like, all right. But then we talked about it and it was like settled.
Wow.
Yeah, but back to the
Thank
date.
you
Yeah,
for
yeah,
that.
so, yeah. So how was the bad? How bad was the date?
So I'm not enjoying myself, whatever. So we're sitting there. It's just like a dessert place, whatever. This place called Witch's Brew in like West Hempstead on Long Island. That's really good.
He got close to the mic
Yeah,
for
he's
that
like,
one.
that's really
He,
good.
Yeah.
he said, I want to rep
said,
that one.
Yeah, yeah.
Write that
good,
one down.
Good espresso. Good. Like it's vegan. So
He really wanted to
This
impress
is a
her.
sponsored ad for
Yeah,
Witch's
yeah.
Brew.
So halfway through, like whatever, we're like eating. I'm just really just like sitting there, not having a good time. So then I was like, hey, I'm gonna go find the waiter, and wherever he is, I'm gonna give him my card. I want to get the check like right now. And she was
Okay,
like,
that's not scary at all.
yeah. I was like, well, I didn't. I was just like, I just want to get out of here. So then she got like really upset. She was like, that was like really rude. I'm like, I'm really sorry. That was rude. I just don't want to be doing this anymore.
I'm glad that she said that was rude.
Yeah, like I was like, I'm sorry. I just like want to get out of here. And then, so we were in West Hempstead. She ends up like being like, oh, like why don't we just keep hanging out? Like whatever, like blah blah blah. Like this is why it was going weird. It won't be like that. And
Ew.
so then I was like, I also have this like, I'm like not
She's
always.
like building a case for herself.
Yeah. And I'm always not the best at saying no. So we ended up driving into the city. And then like
What
which is
the
like
hell?
yeah. So then we just get to the city, do like a lap around a block, and then get back in my car and then drive back. And I was like, I don't know like what
What car was this in high school?
This was the RAV4. This is the car I still drive. Yeah. We're up to 180,000 miles.
We're gonna keep it going.
Yeah, anyways. So then we go back. And then, yeah, the date sucked. She kept trying to make out with me in the car. I kept telling her to, like, get
Were you
out.
driving?
Yeah, I was driving. I kept trying to tell her to get out, like, to go home. And then she kept being like, just do another lap around the block.
What?
And then she just
Oh.
stayed in the car for
She
a
wanted to
really
get
long time.
fingered.
Yeah, she really did. And she was like, I was like, I really don't want to do this, all this stuff. And then she just started like playing with my ear, and I was like, oh.
Playing with your ear?
I was like, get the fuck out of my car. But I like didn't know how to
How'd
say
you
it.
get her out?
I'm gonna write that
I
one
just
down.
said it enough time.
I would have
was-
crashed the car.
It just I didn't know how to be like.
Forced her out.
I guess I like wasn't being assertive enough. I was like, no, I like gotta go, like I gotta be up in the morning, like. And then she was like, just keep.
You took her out of the car GTA style.
Yeah, I was. I was like, I think I dropped something. Can you get out of the car and check? So
Hey,
that was
I think
like
I have a shirt that's like dragging out of the
Yeah.
car that's stuck in the,
the
door.
wire fell.
Yeah.
I think that was like my worst date because I'm
How
like,
long was this? Like the duration of the date, like full date?
Sounds like way too
It
long.
sounds way too long.
Yeah, it was way too long because you have to realize I'm from like Long Island.
I'm from
Well,
Strong
we didn't
Island.
forget.
I don't know if you've realized,
I don't know if I've mentioned this
but
before.
you're talking an hour drive out to the
Yeah.
city and then an hour drive back after. Like,
That's a fucking road trip.
yeah. I'm doing a lot with a person who I'm just like I really like would. And then like she tried
That
to follow me on
sounds-
Instagram, I just blocked her. I was like,
Just to be fair, that sounds like it's continued with you in your life.
oh yeah. The whole like the thing is I like have trouble saying no right
Me
up until
too.
I'm like okay now it's absolutely a no and I'm like I gotta get out of here right now.
I do the same thing, honestly. I've been trying to get better.
Yeah, it's difficult.
hard.
One of my roommates, so good at it. He's like everyone knows what page he's on when he doesn't want to do.
Ami.
Yeah, Ami.
I can tell.
He really does a fantastic job of like when he doesn't want to do something, he doesn't do it. You always know like okay, this is what he wants to do. Blah blah blah.
I
And
wish
it's-
I was more like that.
Yeah, and honestly, I see him do that. I'm like okay, like he can do it. I can do it
Aw,
too.
That's
And
really sweet.
Yeah, it's like it is helpful to see somebody do it. I'm like you know what, and like it helps like kind of see the
This motherfucker's
consequences of it.
spitting.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah,
It's like-
there's more consequences in not doing it, and then you end up hurting more people than if you just
Exactly.
learned how to do it. I'm like,
Exactly.
this would ultimately be way better.
And then a lot of the time, he like ends up where like the people are like, "Oh, okay," and then they find
Yeah.
some sort of middle ground where they can both be happy rather
What?
than me
It's
being
so
like.
crazy what communicating can do.
and being
Listen,
upfront.
I communicate other stuff. I'll tell you about my day, but when it comes to like how our relationship is going, please don't ask.
Our relationship.
You're like, I'm still trying to figure it out myself. I don't want to give you the wrong answer
Yeah,
sometimes. That's
yeah.
my thing.
I say that every day.
So, Mark, every episode we do little segments at the end of
Mm-hmm. Are we at the
our
end already?
topics.
No.
Well,
Okay.
Not
good.
necessarily.
I'm having like a really good time.
Oh, I'm so glad.
I love the words of affirmation. That's so sweet.
Oh yeah, you do like those.
See, it's you warmed up, right? Once you start going, it's easier.
She's laughing.
I'm like, I feel like I'm third wheeling.
Yeah. We're holding
This
hands
is a
under
date.
the
Yeah,
Mom
yeah,
and
you're
Dad.
fingering her under the fucking table.
I said hold hands.
Huh?
But
You said finger.
yeah.
I said head.
Yeah.
Oh, you said head. This couple
That's
would
for you.
they would finger each. This guy would finger his girlfriend in the marine biology class all the time.
This was high school or college?
Yes, in a Christian high school.
One-
Well, Christian high school. I feel like
They're
that's like
weirdos.
yeah.
And
I
And one
feel
time
like,
I saw Ryan giving himself a hand job during the FCAT. And I told on him. It was in the middle of the FCAT. And people probably don't know what the FCAT was.
Yeah, what the fuck
I
is the
doxed
FCAT?
him,
Florida
You
Comprehensive
doxed them.
Assessment
Yeah.
Test.
who is a lawyer now. Was giving Ryan was giving himself a
Are
hand
you
job.
sure?
Yes. He
Why do
was
you say giving himself a hand job? Like jerking, he was jerking off.
he was
Oh, I didn't hear-
touching himself.
Yeah, but
during
like-
the
Was his
FCAT.
penis out?
He had basketball shorts on.
He
and so
always
he,
had basketball
He went
shorts.
underneath the shorts like this, and they were big. And I could just see him. He had the pencil in like the left hand, and he was just jerking it onto.
Maybe
and
he-
his hand was like hitting the desk a little bit.
What is itchy?
And I just no. I remember
He's like
seeing it
profusely
because
sweating.
I fucking raised my hand and I go, Ryan is touching himself during the test.
He's giving himself a hand job.
And I am sick to my stomach looking at it.
Maybe he
You
just needed to
don't-
like clear his mind to do better on the test.
Yeah, that was his test ritual.
You know what?
Yeah.
The more appropriate thing would to be, chew gum like teachers used
Yeah,
to tell.
or anything
You,
else. The more, that's the only more.
you told on him?
Breathe deeply.
Yes, I told on him.
And what'd they say?
She had to pull him to the side.
She was like, go. She was
pulled
like, go wrap that up somewhere else.
We
What, did he
kind
know
of
you told
derailed
on
from
him?
what I was gonna talk about.
Yeah, that was crazy.
The segment.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the segments.
Oh my god.
That was
Yeah.
like the Florida segment.
Yeah, that was a oh my god.
Sorry,
that's
we had to just get. I've
That's been on your
holding that
chest
in
for a while.
I really
Yeah,
had to
that's
say
okay.
it. So Mark, every episode we do our little segments where we do our 3 reasons to scream
Okay.
and our 3 our 3 honorable mentions.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I did also prepare you for that one before you came on
Yeah,
here.
yeah, I got the list.
And
I
I'm
got
also,
the notes
and
out.
I just did want to say I'm really glad that you're feeling like a lot more comfortable.
Yeah, it's because it's just really just talking.
Because it's
to you
just
both.
us.
Yeah, it's just like
talking
hanging
to-
out.
It's just us
The,
girls.
the date story was a little iffy, but I was like, all right, that's not bad.
What date story?
It's the one about the witch's brew.
Oh, I liked
Witch's
it.
brew in
No, I the one which is Brewette.
Yeah, it's
The
open till
street
like
Long
2
Island.
a.m.
It's a vegan
Their phone
spot.
number
Yeah,
is.
yeah, that's I don't know.
So how about you start off with your 3 reasons to scream?
3 reasons to scream, which I have labeled under hates.
Yes.
My roommate Juan.
And we don't have to unpack that because I think you already did.
Yeah. Well, if you wanted me to talk for the next like 2.5 hours.
Let's get a bottle of
I
wine.
really hate when people just like step in front of you in the sidewalk and then
I do
continue to
too.
walk in front. And I'm like, okay. And then the thing
go
is,
slow.
I had to take a big breath
I don't-
for that.
I'm not like a huge
breaths.
guy, but I'm like,
Big
hey man,
breaths.
I don't want to like run into you. And then somebody did it to me the other day, and I was like, you know what? Fine. You want to step in front of me? Now we're just gonna walk into each other. And then they like
That's what a real man does.
fucking. Then they fell to the ground, and I was like, this is the worst alternative. I was like, oh no, I'm so sorry. It ruined my whole day. I was like, oh,
Ruined your whole day.
it was like a 17-year-old kid.
He fell on the ground.
Yeah,
It
just
ruined
like
my
right to
whole day.
Yeah, well, I was like, all right, you want to like just like
You want to
What
go
you
toe
said,
for
square
toe,
up.
bro?
no, it's like I just had it.
Strong
I had
Island,
enough.
Strong Island, baby.
But it's like he saw me coming and he like it's like they get right in my way. I'm like, okay, you want to be in my way? I'm just not gonna move this time.
He said someone needs to teach him a lesson.
Yeah, but then he
And
immediately
it's gonna be me.
he hit the ground and immediately was like, oh, like he really didn't see me, and I was like, oh, I'm a prick. Oh, this.
Did you
suck-
say anything to him? Like help
yeah,
him up or
no,
something?
yeah, I was like, I was super apologetic. I was like, I felt really bad. I was like, this is the wrong decision. I should just get out of the way from now.
Sorry, it was my big juicy ass that
Yeah,
ran
yeah.
into
Well, no, that's one of the things I like. Don't mention that yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
I'll give you the floor.
Okay, next one. Oh, this one's pretty this one's simple. People who are mean to service industry workers.
Yeah.
I've had like a lot. I've had
You're
like a lot.
so brave.
I hate.
That'll
I really.
get you.
It's like being like things I don't like. Poverty. No, but I just like I hate like the second.
Things I do want. World peace.
Yeah, I hate like the secondhand awkwardness of like I was at like the
Yeah.
grill, like the whatever, like the place I go to get sandwiches around the corner from me, and they were being so mean to the guy making sandwiches, and he was being so nice. And I was like,
No.
it's like this secondhand awkward of like you're being so mean to this man who's just like trying to make you a sandwich right
Yeah,
now.
he's making you a sandwich.
Yeah, like just enjoy the sandwich, and like if you want a better sandwich, then fucking make it
and
yourself.
then shut up.
Yeah, just shut the fuck up. Unless
Yeah.
it's like, how's it going? And like, then
Yeah.
you
You almost have to like reinforce the person working. I feel like I do.
yeah,
I'm
and like I like
"You're doing a
talking to
great
him,
job.
and it's like one of those things where I'm just like, oh, this sucks. And
You
then,
talk to
Yeah.
the deli guy, but not your baristas.
Yeah, well, he's like really like open and communicative. The baristas, I talked to the one barista, Tyler.
Oh, we know. That's who we pranked you as on April Fool's Day.
Yeah, didn't realize I
Our
had.
favorite
I
holiday.
texted so many people before I realized it was you. I was texting people angry, like knowing it was them. I was like,
You're like, hey, what are you doing?
I was
this?
like, hey, motherfucker, you love texting me off fake numbers. They were like, what? I was like, nothing
know
much,
what you're
ma. I'll talk
talking
to you later.
Sorry.
Yeah, tell Dad I said hey.
Mom.
Cooper.
Yeah, good dog. So those are the 3 hates.
Okay.
Those are
or
good.
The screaming ones. The loves. This I was writing this. I was on a walk when I was writing this. So dogs at the park, another basic one.
Oh, that was almost mine this week.
Yeah, it's just like
That's very
I was on a walk and I was like, this is the good stuff. So there it is.
Yeah.
So there you have it.
Yeah, that's the classic.
Enough
Thanks.
said.
When people compliment my buck,
My-
my buck, I'm bucked up.
My Bocker.
Yeah, my knickerbocker.
What's number 2?
When people compliment my butt, it's like because it happens honestly more often than you think. They'll be like,
No,
and-
I know.
And I think it's one of those things where like people are joking around when they say most of the time, but it really like
Can
people
you stand up?
Can you move in front of the camera, please?
Yeah, can we?
Well, wait, let me take my wallet out too. Just saying. Should I keep this? Can I take this thing off?
You can take it off.
All right. Oh wow, it's weird without all the feedback.
I
Yeah.
know, isn't it weird? Yeah, can we get a spin? Oh,
Oh, he made it bounce.
there we.
Dang.
He makes
Oh
a clap. You make a clap.
You squat with that ass?
do actually.
Thanks for noticing.
Yeah, but no, I really even when people do it as a joke,
I love your outfit, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
the
do?
fit goes
The
hard.
sneakers,
I think it's
the
a good one.
pants.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like it.
It looks like you're really going to see your family in Long Island.
What the fuck's that supposed to be?
Okay.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Wait. I have more about the butt stuff.
Yeah.
It's like even my friends are like, I'll like show up in shorts, and then like 7 dudes will be like, "Oh, we didn't know the wagon was here," and they'll be like, "My man's got the dump truck on him," and I'm
Hell
like,
yeah.
"You guys are too sweet."
Those are
So
good,
nice.
yeah,
good
and
boys.
It always makes my day when they do. Oh, this is a big one for me. The third one. Okay. I'm gonna get to it.
Yeah,
Ready?
go ahead.
When kids do wheelies on bikes like down the street.
Yes.
This is a big
That
thing
is
on
a
Long
good
Island.
one.
So specifically, I'm from Kings Park is the town where I was raised. It's like 30 kids and like in a big group of bikes.
You're just looking at me.
Sorry, Sydney.
No, it's okay.
It's
Demon.
like it's demon, evil. My first thought when I saw you was not to be trusted. I like saw you and like it like came across the top of my mind like almost like a news flash thing when you're watching
Was
TV.
that when you were blackout on FaceTime or just the first
No.
time you met Sydney?
I think the first time I met Sydney, but I feel like I had an inkling from the FaceTime.
He told me he was like, Sydney's evil.
I don't know why.
was like-
Everyone calls me demon. I'm not a mean demon.
Wait, everyone
It's
calls you
because we
demon?
saw you dance at Steven's house.
No,
was
my
bu-
my good friends that I've known for years will be like, "You're a demon."
Wow. Okay, so I wasn't so far off.
I don't know why.
All right, do you just have some?
It's the triple Virgo.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That checks out.
I have a co-star. That means I'm ran through. I think.
I think I said that yesterday.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
When men talk about like
I said
astrology,
if you know your three,
if you
your
know
top
your three, you're ran through.
Oh, I don't know the top 3. My sister just put the app on my phone because she just wanted to like see all this stuff.
Yeah.
I like when people talk about astrology. It like numbs my brain. When people are really into any topic, I like hearing them talk
I
about
Yeah,
it.
do
me
too.
too.
So my
It's
sister's
cute.
friends like talk about astrology, and it just like I just like sit there with like Sarah.
log
Connor.
off.
Yeah, I'm just like
I'm like,
I'm like yeah, cool.
Yeah,
And they're like, you're a
exactly.
Leo, so you act like this. I'm like maybe, yeah, awesome.
Exactly.
that's
And we
good.
love being
Astrology
Leos.
people love to just talk about you. Like they
Yeah.
love to tell you what they know about you without knowing
Yeah,
you. I'm
and I
like,
love
keep
when
And
people
us
talk
as
about it.
Leos, we love to hear
Yeah,
it.
it's like they're like you're strong-willed. I'm like yeah, I am. And I'm like,
keep going, baby.
yeah.
All right, I'm almost there.
But wait, the kids on the bikes. There's like 30.
Yeah.
There's like 30 kids on bikes, and they just do wheelies. And I always roll my window down and I scream like good things at them.
Yeah.
And they never know what I'm saying, and they get really worried. And then one of my friends called the cops on them one time.
Oh hell no.
He was like, "These kids are getting too close to
What?
my car," and I was like, "You're a fucking narc. What the fuck's
You're
up
a
with
nerd,
you?"
bitch.
Yeah, and then I was like, "You're fucking." I'm like,
You
"These
are a
little-"
narc.
I was like, "You used to do the same shit when like fucking 5 years ago. What are you doing this for?" But now he has a kid also. Hey, Justin.
And he lives in.
Yeah, yeah,
And Justin.
yeah. Hey,
Kids'
Justin.
names.
I do like Justin. Justin's a good guy.
Did you used to do wheelies?
No, I was never so talented.
Me either.
I can do a kickflip on a skateboard, but I learned how to do that when I'm like 23.
Yeah.
What is
Late
a fun fact that?
Oh wait, no, wait, take that off the record. I can do an ollie. I can't do a kickflip.
Oh, okay. We
shit,
really.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I wouldn't-
People,
Take it
people
off
will
the
be
record.
super fucked up
Yeah.
by that.
Yeah.
Bleep that out.
I would.
When you
Podcast.
go on first dates now, do you like just play the podcast? Do you just like you bring a
Well-
a JBL speaker?
Well,
You're like,
I
"Sit
actually
down,
have
everyone."
listened to our episode on a date before, which
Yeah?
was like the first time.
Oh.
We were just laying on the couch and it was like, oh, well, let's listen to episode number. I don't even remember what it
It
was.
just came out or something, right?
Yeah, it was like Monday, and I was just like, I really need to listen to this because I don't hear them before
They come out.
Before they come out, and I hear them with everyone else. And he was like, let's listen to it together. And I was like, are you sure?
That's nice of him.
That's like
is
really
nice.
intimate.
Yeah,
That's
I-
really, I don't know, but yeah. What is the fact that surprises people about you?
So, the train track story is like a classic first date story. So if I tell it here, then
We're
it's like-
all, everyone is on a first date with you, all the listeners.
yeah. So
You said you felt like you were on a first date.
I still do feel like it because I'm going into the train story. I think a fact that surprises a lot of people now is that like a lot of people that know me as like wearing like stuff like this and like being a software engineer and doing a lot of stuff like that, they when I do like shitheady things, as I would describe them, or like when they watch me shotgun like 30 beers or something,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, I didn't expect you to be like this. And I'm like, yeah, when I'm not at work, I'm like really like not at work. It used to be the opposite, where like everyone thought I was like really dumb and partied all the time, but I was like on the math team during the day and like tutored people. So they were like, oh, you're just, because I was
The
like,
duality of man.
yeah, I was like smoking. I've met so many people from my high school, like, and this has been happening for a long time, that are just like, oh, so what do you do now? I'm like, oh, and I'm like, I tell them on my job, and they're like, their first response is always like, I thought you were so dumb. And I'm like,
That is a pretty interesting thing to say to somebody.
I've gotten told that too.
It hurts my feelings so much every time. And I knew they thought it then, especially because of the people I hung out with. Like a lot of like, some of my friends like didn't excel in school so much, but they're like my best friends. So I'm like, whatever.
I feel like a lot of people think I'm smart, and then they start to get to know me, and they're like, oh, she's actually dumb as fuck.
Mine's the opposite usually.
But I was like, well, yeah, and it's like, it sucks to have that happen.
Yeah.
So it's like, I like used to smoke cigarettes. I used to like just like want to work on cars and hang out with my friends. But it's like, if anyone needed help with it, like I was head tutoring a bunch of people.
Oh.
I was on like the math team, all this stuff. And like, I said where I was going to school, and one kid out loud was like, how the fuck did you get in there? And I was like, hey man, I'm just like in school.
Hey, how about you lower your voice?
Yeah, I was like, and then I was just like, okay, yeah, like, but it just like, and now
Is
it's,
that the
mean.
fact that surprises people that you're actually smart?
well, no, now it's the opposite, that like when like,
That you like to like party.
yeah, like when people meet me now and then they just talk to me, and then like later on they see me, they're like, oh, holy shit. And I'm like, and like when I'm dancing and stuff, like, and when I'm
Yeah.
dancing and having a good time and doing whatever I want, they're
Love
like,
to dance.
people at work are like, oh, like they think of me as like a robot. They're like, oh, like did you, one guy asked me, he was like, were you in the army? Because you're always like early to every meeting. They're like, oh, like all this stuff. I'm like, I'm like hungover most days.
Yeah.
I don't know. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Structure is everything.
Structure is everything.
You're like, but I like to have fun.
But then your free time, you get to do whatever you want, and I'm pretty sure that's how you're supposed to like
that's
raise
how you're
kids.
That's how yeah.
Do you want kids?
Yeah, well, yeah, duh.
He wants to be a dad so bad.
That's
Well-
every episode I talk. I'm just sitting here
About
like,
me specifically?
No.
You wish.
I'm like
Yeah.
Mark
do
really
like-
wants to be a dad. No,
Yeah.
I always talk about being I want to be pregnant.
Yeah, honestly,
But I don't. Do you think it's good to have kids
Yeah.
in this world?
yeah,
Okay.
With everything going on.
yeah. I just want to. I mean, either way, I want to.
Either way, regardless.
Yes,
They're coming in
sucks.
here.
Sorry. No, yeah. I mean, I grew up, and my dad always talked about how much he wanted to be a dad, and always wanted to have kids. And then like he showed that through his actions and how he was. And then it's
That
like,
is very sweet.
it's
and very
really-
rare. I
yeah,
feel like.
it's like hard to not grow up in that type of environment and be like, nah, like I like
Yeah.
even my nieces, like I'll be like we're like at a dance floor, we go upstate every year, it's like a family thing, and then like with a bunch of my family, and then I'll just be like, there's like a video, I'm like swaying there drunk, and then like a bunch of kids just like climb up on my body, and then I just like hold them, and I'm like, today's such a good day.
I'm dancing around.
Yeah, I'm
With
like,
babies.
we're
These are
having-
my little monkeys.
yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
we're having a good time. Yeah, so I don't like I think there's a lot of positives to it, and as long as you have like the patience, if it's something you want to do, then do it. If it's something that you don't want to do, don't do it.
Don't do it. If
Don't
you
do
have a
it.
second guess,
Please.
please don't
Please,
do it.
Yeah.
if you listen to me, just don't do it.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
do it.
Yeah. So yeah, no, but that's like another, and that's not a fact that surprise. Actually, that's a fact that doesn't surprise most people. Usually after
That you want to be a dad.
yeah, after I hang out with some people for a little bit, like one of my friends will mention it, and then
Big dad energy.
and they're just like, yeah, I mean, I already got the shoes for it.
Mm-hmm.
One time, we had the people that live in the apartment below us came up, and they were talking to John, and I was just like on my phone, and then out of nowhere, he was like, oh, well, Mark really wants to be like a dad, like he like has a whole thing with it, and I got like weirdly emotional because like I didn't know them that well.
Do you cry?
No, but I was like,
You're like, how'd you know that?
That's a really sweet thing. to
well, no,
say.
but no, they didn't say that. John was telling them that.
Yeah,
Oh.
just
And
the
I was
fact
like-
that John was sharing that about you.
I just like didn't expect it, and it is like something I hold closely, I guess. And I was like, oh, I don't know you at all. I mean, I guess I'm telling everyone now, but I was like, I don't really know you
it's
at all.
easy to be vulnerable
And
on here.
it was a weird thing to be like, oh yeah, I guess that is like a
That
big
is
thing
like a
about
thing.
it.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
crazy.
Hey,
Yeah.
so nice to meet you. I do really care about being a dad.
Yeah, now you know one of my goals. So that's cool.
That's cool.
But okay, so back to the facts. Tortoises, I think.
Can you elaborate on tortoises?
Yeah. So
Turtle.
Tortoises?
Tortoise.
tortoise.
I like turtles.
Yeah.
I'll catch you later. I got
Okay.
it.
Yeah, you gotta head out.
That was worse than
All right,
the
bro.
English.
Usually, if one of my friends makes a bad joke, I don't know. I hit him with one of these. Anyway, not going
Ooh,
to translate.
and then I follow it with that.
Ooh.
Oh, it's hot in here.
the tortoise thing, the backstory is, growing up, my dad had this thing where he was like, everyone gets to have like a pet. You tell me what pet you want and we'll get the pet. End of the story. So it's like my brother got like a collection of snakes. My other sister, like he's got like so many snakes. My oldest sister got a bunch of cats.
A bunch?
Yeah.
Why is everyone having a menagerie?
She was going through
It's a
cats.
zoo.
Yeah.
Going through cats.
The other sister got like a bunny, and then like the bunny didn't work out, and then she got like gerbils or something, or hamsters. Yes. And then so it came down to me, and then he was like, all right, Mark, what do you want? Or at this point I was like, where's my fucking pet? I remember specifically being like, hey, I know how this works. We all go to get to
my turn.
We literally get two things. You get to go to a WWE match live, a live WWE event, because we were all big fans of it, and then you get a pet. So I was like, all right, my stuffed animal was
Those
a
are your
turtle.
rites of passage.
Yeah, exactly. And you get a cell phone when you're 13. Those are all the rules in my family.
All right.
I actually postponed the cell phone. I'll get back to the other stuff. Anyways, my stuffed animal growing up was a turtle. So I was like, hey, Dad.
Stuffed animal? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You got a stuffed animal.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was a turtle. So I was like, hey, Dad, I want a turtle. Get me a turtle. And he was like, okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Were
So
there limits to what animals you could ask for?
Seemingly no. He got the turtle.
He went dad mode. He was like, I'll do whatever it takes.
He was like, kid wants it, kid
gets.
Yeah, that's it. So we had this like huge fish tank because my dad was really into fishes, but we didn't have any at the time. So he was like, I'm gonna get you a turtle and we'll put it in the fish tank. Gigantic. My dad would like show off all the time because the turtle was like this big, like the size of for the people that can't see, the size of like a wallet, like a standard wallet. So he was like, he has so much room. It's a palace. Blah blah blah. What my dad, when he bought this tortoise, doesn't realize is A, they live for like 130 years, and then B, he bought one of the tortoises that would never stop growing. So it got bigger and bigger and bigger, and we had it for 8 years, and it was like the full size of the tortoise was like way bigger than my torso. Like it was like,
what was its name?
George.
Thank you.
It was probably like how tall would you say that is? Like 1.5 feet?
That's like, yeah, I think 1.5 feet.
1.5 feet off the ground, like maybe like a foot wide, maybe a little bit like bigger than that. Really heavy, and then
Oh my god.
excuse me. So we would keep it in the backyard most of the time because during the summer it could just stay out. And then during the winter, we devoted a room in my house to it because it was too big to be in that tank.
My parents did that with a chameleon one time.
Okay.
When they were dating each other and before they had us.
Oh, wow.
That's
The
cute.
whole room for the chameleon?
No, the whole bathroom.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I can
The
see
whole
that.
bathroom for a
Yeah.
chameleon.
Yeah, our living room was like, my dad put up like a little picket fence thing.
Oh
like,
my God.
And then put a bunch of hay down and like that was the tortoise's room. But then one summer, actually it was when I got...
I'm sleeping in the tortoise's room
Yeah.
tonight.
Then before I like left for school or when I got back, I forget what it was, one of my sisters left the gate open and my tortoise got hit by a car.
Holy shit.
But it survived because it was so big. But it cracked the shell. This is going to be the sad part of the podcast.
Oh my
I did start
God.
crying when you told me
Yeah,
this.
This is
for
really
some-
sad.
Yeah, the tortoise I had for like 8 or 9 years, George, it cracked his shell and it broke his jaw. So we took him to an animal emergency room and they put a cast on the shell
Stop,
and
it's
they hooked
really
him up to like a
sad.
little IV and they were basically like,
On the little ivy.
yeah, the tortoise IV. But they were
literally
like,
crying.
the tortoise. Like I was like, okay, well you put the cast on him, so he's
had
like
an
gonna be
IV?
fine. Yeah, and he got the IV. And then they were like, no, but his jaw is broken and he's blind now, and he's never gonna eat if he can't see his food. So then we tried for a while to get him to eat, but then he wouldn't eat, so we had to put him down because they were like, he's not going to ever eat on his own again.
You couldn't feed him a bottle.
No, there was not.
If he can't,
He didn't want, and he was too scared to like have any. Like this also might someone listening to this might know more about animals than I do. I was like,
rest in peace, George.
I was like 17, and this is like what I was told, and they were like, yeah. So we tried feeding him for a long time. They were like, you could take him home. I tried feeding him all the time. He actually almost only entirely ate kale. You know what's crazy is
What?
growing up, I thought kale was only tortoise food. So when we until I was
basically
like
is.
until I was like 21, I would be like in a produce section being like, it's so weird that they
So
have-
weird. Why are they selling pet food here?
Yeah, I was like the tortoise section, and I was like, maybe it's more common than I think.
That is the saddest story.
Well, no, it continues. So then some
breaking
time
my heart.
time goes on. Some like time passes, like end of the year, and then it's my birthday. So I'm just hanging out in the backyard doing all that good stuff, and then And then my dad comes in and he has another tortoise, the same size as George. And he was like, I know you really liked having a tortoise. Here is a tortoise. And I was like, okay. So this one's name was Lily. It was a party tortoise, to explain.
What's a party tortoise?
A party tortoise is for...
She sounds cool as fuck.
Lily was much different than George. You have
Sounds
their,
like you in tortoise form.
Yeah, I was Lily. I was Lily. No, but if you wanted a tortoise to come to your kid's birthday, I recently went to a wedding and there was a tortoise there. That's a party tortoise. So it's like a pet shop owns a tortoise and you can rent for the tortoise to come there. So it
But
really...
you just owned one.
Yeah.
Like a used car. Like,
yeah. Really personable tortoise. Because George was really scared of everyone.
Very social.
But yeah, Lily,
Social butterfly.
like George, I could feed by hand. And even after, he would have to take some time to warm up to me. Lily, anybody could feed by hand. I was like, oh, this is awesome. So I was having people like feed her strawberries and stuff like that.
Strawberries.
Yeah, and it was good. But then I eventually, and Lily like did everything great. Lily was fine. But I went to school up in Rochester, and then my dad was like, you're not here, and tortoises aren't supposed to live in an environment this cold. So there's a place you can like pay basically to have your tortoise shipped to a place in Texas, and it's like a farm for people that made the mistake of buying a tortoise that's never going to stop growing in a cold
like
climate.
a rescue, sanctuary.
Like
for them.
it's basically for people like us that are like, there's no way that we're going to be able to keep this like animal that can't be in a cold climate for like 120 years.
Yeah.
So it's just like fair to the tortoise, I think.
Yeah.
That we were like.
Let's keep it fair for the tortoise.
I was like, and yeah,
First of all.
plus I was gone. The guy that liked the tortoise was not in the house for like 11 months of the year. So
it's like, why would you want to have that?
Yeah, and I couldn't bring her upstate, so it was like, whatever. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so I hope she's doing well.
She's probably doing great.
Yeah, that's the dream. I hope so.
Oh my god, I can't believe that about George.
Yeah, so that's a fact that the tortoise owning and then the tortoise dying is usually the part where like not expected of a
Holy
tortoise because it's not like he ran out into the road and he was huge.
He's slow, right?
Yeah, very slow. They did that on purpose. I still believe
I had
that.
a lot of hamsters and gerbils die under my care.
Yeah?
Me too,
Yeah,
like 12.
there was
What'd
one
you do?
time where I had a hamster named Friendly, and I
Friendly?
That's the cutest fucking name I've ever heard. Friendly.
Friendly?
it was a blonde
After the
hamster.
restaurant.
Friendlies. It was a blonde hamster with like blue eyes. I'm pretty sure.
What the hell?
And it
Was he
so
hot?
So cute
It
and
sounds
snuggly.
pretty hot.
Damn, is he still alive? I named him Friendly. I was in 3rd grade, and I was like, I'm gonna do an experiment. He was like in his little cage, and I was like, I wonder if hamsters.
We're experimenting.
Oh, no, I don't. Do you kill the hamster? I want to do a little experiment on
I
that.
love to experiment. So I was like, I wonder if hamsters can understand the difference between currency and paper. And so
I thought currency.
How old were you with this?
I
How
was
old for this one?
8 or 9.
Like money?
You're a little scientist.
What? And so I took a $20 bill out of my mom's wallet, and I was like, and I put it in the hamster cage, and I was like, he's not gonna eat it because he's gonna know it's money.
Did he eat paper?
He ate the $20 bill, and my mom came in while I was like pulling the 20 out of the hamster's
She shoots
mouth.
at him.
And she was like, "What the fuck, you dumbass!"
Also, money is like so dirty and toxic.
Yeah, what the fuck? You're
It's like,
poisoning him.
yeah, I dipped my hamster in raw sewage.
And then one time I had him, her, I don't really know.
Them.
Them.
Yeah.
I had them in my hand, and I was playing with Friendly in the front yard, and it ran underneath the car in the driveway, and then I spent like a couple hours trying to get Friendly from underneath the car, and then I had him, her, them in the porch, and I had to go inside to get like a drink of water or something like that. And by the time that I came back, Friendly had chewed a hole in the porch screen and ran away.
And escaped.
Oh.
It's funny because my hamster's name was Speedy. So I think we just named them like
Adjectives.
mine was Speedy, and I
Yes.
thought mine got out of its cage, and I told my parents, I'm like, I don't know where he is. So they closed every door except they like locked all the closets. We thought he was in one closet, and we ended up locking him in the laundry room, and he got in the dryer.
Yeah.
In the dryer?
My
Rest
sister
in
Allie
peace, yeah.
had
Oh my
another
God.
hamster that was named Chocolate, and
I had butterscotch. Butterscotch was my
the
blonde
hamster's
one.
name was chocolate. And basically my sister was young when she had this hamster and fed the hamster Dove chocolate, and it got really, really sick. But before my sister fed it chocolate, she was letting it run around the house when my parents weren't home, and it basically chewed a hole into the wood floorboard and got stuck in the walls for 4 days.
It was like, I had chocolate. I'm going crazy.
No, it was before the chocolate.
Sugar rush.
Oh.
No, it got stuck in the walls, and we could hear him crawling around.
And then you're like, we got to get this guy
and
some
then
chocolate.
finally we lured him out with like food or something, and my sister rewarded him with chocolate.
Did he die from
And then
the chocolate?
he died from
Poison.
the chocolate.
Damn, he took
And-
himself out.
And
Yeah.
a wet, warm towel.
Okay, way to go. That's how I want to go.
Like back in the womb.
Yeah.
Damn.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, hamsters are.
Hamsters
They go
are
through some
really,
shit.
Yeah, they're really hard.
they're really easy to kill.
Yeah.
They're too easy.
Yep. I think one of
That was awesome.
yeah, good time.
Glad that we can
It was nice
mentally
hanging out with
pour
you guys.
one out.
Yeah.
Pouring out for the dead pets.
Well, that was so cool, guys.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
How you feeling, Sid?
Good. I have to pee, kind of.
Me too. How you feeling, Mark?
I'm feeling well.
I also have to pee.
I still have to catch a train and pack.
Oh shit! You
Oh
still
my
have to
God.
pack?
Unless I can catch the 10:06. I could just catch the 10:06.
Well, we really appreciated you coming
did
on
you have
this
fun?
episode.
Yeah, no, I had a good time. I think
I'm so
What are your main
glad.
takeaways?
my main takeaways. I think an issue with my storytelling is that it goes off track a lot. I still never got
It's
to say.
easy to do that.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, I
we
think-
had to like record like 6 episodes
Yeah.
before we could actually put one
Yeah,
out because we go off on tangents.
Don't
Okay,
be too
I
hard
get
on
it.
yourself.
It was fun. It was fun to do with you both. I think that that made it a lot easier than I would have
I
expected.
hope
it.
we make you feel comfortable.
You are. It is funny that I've not looked at Sydney this entire time.
You have sometimes. Yeah, sometimes you'll like.
it's just you and me.
I'm just like.
Don't you worry.
I'm just like.
You're safe.
I'm the demon.
It was fun. I think it's cool. It feels a little weird to like not know the people that are gonna hear this. That are gonna
Same,
like, and
though.
they might
we
hear.
feel
like,
the same way.
They might have opinions on like whatever.
Yep.
Like
And
the
they
date
might
story.
think you're hot.
Well, no, I doubt that. When
They're
I was
gonna
like,
send their Disney Plus info in.
yeah, honestly, if you want to no, I don't do that.
Call in the hotline if you have any more questions for Mark. I'm sure he'd love to answer them.
Wait, is this live?
No.
Okay, I've seen the podcast.
I've seen it.
Yeah, I've seen
I've
it.
seen it.
Other takeaways.
Yeah, no, but I think it was fun and not as nerve-wracking as I thought it was going
You
to
were
be.
more nervous coming in.
Yeah, you both do a good job of having the conversation continue. It's also nice knowing that since it's not live, I can just be silent when if nothing
Yeah.
comes to mind. Not that happened at all.
No, it didn't.
It didn't.
But yeah,
You
I
did
think-
good.
I think
You
we
were
did an okay job.
free-flowing.
Yeah, not
I
bad,
would
not
think you
bad.
had your own podcast.
Honestly,
You
everyone,
were normal. You were
everyone keeps trying to get me to do one, and you're the first people I said
You
yes
have
to.
the face for radio.
I think I do an okay job, honestly. But I'm also really full of myself. I'm sort of an asshole in that
from
way.
Long Island.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you
I'm
expect?
Strong
Strong
Island.
Island.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But one time
that in there.
a group of girls was talking to me, and they were like, "Oh, we're from Long Island too." And just as a joke, I was like, "Yeah, Strong Island." And then they all walked away at the same time. I was like, I didn't want to talk to you anyway.
Yeah,
Whatever.
bitches.
I was like,
They
yeah,
weren't even fun.
You're not strong enough.
I
Okay,
love
well.
the story that Mark told me one time. It wasn't really a story, but he was like, I just came up to someone at a bar and I did the really cringy thing where I unironically said, "Do you come here often?" And I was like, why would you do that?
I've had someone do that to me before.
I was just so drunk, and I was like, it was
It's
just
kind
this-
of funny.
It was just this person, and I was literally like, "How do you kick off conversation?" I've seen.
Oh,
this
here
in-
we go.
I was like, "I've seen this in movies before." Hey, do you come here often? And they were just like, "Not really." And I was like, "Yeah, awesome.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the
Yeah,
brakes.
me
Sorry
too.
about that. Yeah."
Love that for us.
Not only do I not come here often, but I'm actually leaving right now.
And I'm never coming back.
Yeah.
You will never see this face again.
But yeah, everything went well. The questions weren't as bad as I thought. They
No,
would
we
be.
could have definitely gone harder.
I think most of
Definitely
everything
went easy on you.
Yeah, most of everything was appropriate. I mean, I think that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much to
Yeah.
our
Mark
first
Vitozzi,
guest.
loved having you on the
Yeah, it
podcast
was
for
not bad.
episode
That was
13
so
of Don't Be
great.
Fucking Weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna have all my friends listen to this.
Oh, my
good.
god.
We're gonna-
We'll have some more followers.
yeah,
We'll have a
I'll put-
listening party.
I'll put it on the Instagram story. I'll do the whole
Oh
thing.
shit.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I love that.
I'm supportive when I'm involved.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Am I gonna be in like one of the previews on the Instagram now?
Yeah, you're gonna.
Whatever you want to be.
I want to be in every.
You want to come every episode
I'm
now?
a
He's like,
podcast
I
now.
want to.
I know. Now
host
we
seat now.
we gave him an inch. He took a mile.
Can we talk about anime? and stuff?
No.
Yeah, he's
we
like, so
can't.
what's next episode
Yeah,
about?
I love One Piece.
He's got the flag above his bed. Red flag.
Oh, it's so fun. Just
That
to wrap
gave me
up.
the ick.
Yeah, dude. Oh, yeah. I know it. Like I know people don't like that. One girl I had come over, and she didn't like anime stuff. So she made it very apparent she also didn't like anime.
Are you talking
stuff.
about me?
No, not you. Just like another separate person. So she came over and then saw the flag, and like she had asked me earlier, like another situation of like, oh, don't tell me you're one of those guys that like anime. And I was like, whatever. So then she came over and she was like, what's that? I was like, it's for some anime. Like my friend got it for me like as a joke.
As a joke, and then I just
she was
like put it up.
She was like, what's with the matching hat next to it? I was like, another joke again. She was like, what's with the figurine? I was like, my friends are real jokes.
No, oh my god, that's literally me with the baby Yoda. How I have never watched Star Wars and I have all this Star Wars shit in my room.
and that's
my
exactly.
she really did give it to me as a joke.
Yeah, and that's what happened with me too. If anyone asks, so
Why do people hate anime so much?
because have you ever met somebody that watches anime?
Yeah, I dated a guy who did.
Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
well,
same guy that brought Bionicles over
It's
to
exhausting.
Bionicles are cool, but I don't play with them anymore.
build. Yeah, he would like build them when I was like working. I was talking about it yesterday.
He should just like play Sudoku.
Yeah.
He should play chess or Sudoku.
Yeah, chess is good.
Yeah.
We
You
play
want to learn?
chess
You want to learn how
together.
to play?
Yeah, I don't know if I would know how. Is it math?
No,
No,
No.
it's strategy. It's
We'll
like
start a chess club.
it's pattern recognition.
we could.
We could start a chess club.
Yeah, and we could do it every what's
Oh
the
my
thing?
god.
Every recording.
Yeah, every recording we just play silently. We
yeah.
play chess.
That would be good. I have a friend. I met her at a rave. She's like 40. Her name's Brenda, and we were gonna start a poker night, but we could do a chess night.
You
Yeah,
were
we
at a
could.
rave till like 5 a.m. the other day or something, weren't you?
I got home at like 8:30.
How do you do it? I don't like.
I
it's
wasn't
like-
even on
I don't
any.
know.
Yeah, I was just vibes.
Yeah,
I
that's
love to sleep.
just a coffee. What do you just drink a coffee
I was.
on it?
I was.
That's
dr-
what
I
I
was
do.
drinking like a tequila soda, but I was mostly just dancing.
Can they hit you up on
It's my
Instagram?
last
They
name.
could actually. You
What's
know?
your at?
It's my name. MARK V as in Victor ITTOZZI.
Guys, I'm really ready to pee.
Me too.
Yeah, I think. Are
This
we?
was
Are we
great.
done? We're
Yeah,
wrapping up.
we're
Yeah, let's
done.
wrap
It's
it
a
up.
wrap?
Yeah.
Thank you all so much for listening.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Kale. Thank you,
you,
listeners.
Sydney.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you,
for
God.
thank you for having me, Kale, Demon Sydney.
Yay!
I'm like, thank you, God.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
not to be trusted.
Mark called me his best friend.
Oh my
Bye,
God,
y'all.
so many beers.
Okay. All right.
Today.
Maybe like a couple days
Yeah.
ago.
Bye. We'll see you. See
All
you.
right. Give you a kiss.
Mwah.
Mwah.
Bye.
Mwah.
Bye.
Don't be fucking weird.
Don't be fucking weird. Don't be fucking